Namaskar, all of you. You all are watching me at Punjab Kesari Navodaya Times. मैं हूँ आपके साथ नमिता सचदेव and we have with us the ever gorgeous, timeless beauty Shamita Shetty, जो एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर काम कर रही है और हमको बहुत कुछ बताने भी वाली हैं. वैसे शमिता, आपको टेनेंट बनने की क्या जरूरत पड़ गई? आपके पास दीदी और जीजू भी हैं, तो टेनेंट बन के रहने का कोई आवश्यकता
मीनिंग जीजाजी और वो क्या करेंगे?
जस्ट किडिंग कि आपको टेनेंट बन के रहने की क्या जरूरत है, ये मैं जानना चाहती हूँ, है ना? जस्ट लाइक टॉकिंग टू यू.
Yeah. No, well, I'm very lucky actually. ये सब जो issues है मुझे face करनी नहीं पड़ी है अपनी जिंदगी में because I don't live in a rental, but I do know कि बहुत सारे जो हमारे सिंगल लड़कियां हैं उनके लिए एक फ्लैट रेंट करना बहुत ही मुश्किल है, स्पेशली इन अ प्लेस लाइक मुंबई. एंड ये फिल्म एक्चुअली फोकस करती है ऑन द सोसाइटी we you know the hypocritical society we live with, the issues that women have to face because of them, whether it is patriarchy, lack of privacy, sexism, that a lot of single women have to face out there. आप अगर single हो, after a certain age, you are not called single anymore, you're called unmarried. You're labeled as unmarried and not the perfect choice. So constant judgment out there. Doesn't matter how successful the woman is, she's single, there must be a problem. You know, so this film highlights the right issues that need to be spoken about.
So like how did this happen to you? मुझे तो मतलब सब्जेक्ट काफी, मुझे ऐसा लगा कि काफी पहले ही आ जाना चाहिए था, because these are some issues, क्योंकि we live in modern society, still it's conservative. इस बात से भी आप कितना इत्तेफाक रखते हो?
This film came to me at a time when मैं बहुत सारे casting agents से मिल रही थी and you know telling them कि मुझे काम दे दो भैया, you know I'm sitting at home with no work, I want to do more films, more web series, and lo and behold एक casting director मेरे पास वापस आए, Hani Trehan, and he came to me with this script and this character, and I absolutely loved it. And I auditioned for it, and I got the character. I got the role, and I'm so lucky. I feel to work with a director like Sushrut, क्योंकि वो जिस तरीके से, जिस सेंसिटिविटी से उन्होंने ऐसे सब्जेक्ट को हैंडल किया है, इट्स रियली कमेंडेबल. एंड अगर आप फिल्म देखोगे, विच यू मस्ट, हर एक कैरेक्टर, anyone even with the smallest screen time, every character in the film is so real and so well portrayed by all the actors. So I thoroughly enjoyed the experience.
अच्छा, इससे पहले कि मैं इस फिल्म के बारे में और बात करूं, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे मैंने कहा ना, हम लोग मॉडर्न सोसाइटी में रहते हैं, स्टिल कंजर्वेटिव, सिंगल वुमेन आर फेसिंग सो मेनी इश्यूज, बीइंग पेट्रियार्कल थिंकिंग. हम कहते हैं कि अपनी सोच बदलनी चाहिए और सोच घर से ही बदली जाएगी, बट वो स्टेप नहीं उठ. इन दैट केस, व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट?
I feel, especially with the new generation, they have to be taught the right way of thinking. They have to understand that women can't be perceived a certain way. Like, for example, today, even if you go on my social media and you read some of the comments, even now, I get comments like, oh, why are you not married? Get married. You're a certain age, you're looking old, get married. Like, I was born to get married only. There's nothing else in my life. This thinking has to change, and that I think will, maybe the older generation, it'll be difficult to change their way of thinking, but the new generation, they have to be taught the right way of thinking, you know. And ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग जानते नहीं कि ये सब issues है हमारी society में. We know that these issues exist,
Hmm.
We have to acknowledge this, and we have to make an effort to not do this. Um, I hope that this film brings about a certain amount of awareness,
Hmm.
and people start making the necessary changes.
Absolutely. वैसे ऐसा भी मतलब despite of what men are thinking about the women of our country, because since this is a male dominating society and we can't deny this fact, है ना? But मुझे लगता है कहीं ना कहीं if women come out to support the women of our nation, of our country, something good will,
Absolutely.
incredible
Yes,
will happen.
yes. I really, you know what? We are also living in a day and age where people are actually speaking up and
है
talking
ना?
about the things that they don't like, that they don't want, including
Hmm.
women. So I feel that that change is starting to happen. You know what I mean? We're talking about issues. So I'm sure there will be a time when the issues that we're talking about, will just remain as something from the past. I believe that that day will come.
अच्छा वैसे how much did you enjoy the shooting of The Tenant, if I may ask?
I loved working on the film. We actually shot the film in the same society that the director Sushruth grew up in,
अच्छा.
and that's how real he kept it, you know. And a lot of characters in the film were inspired. He was inspired by a lot of people that he saw, uncle aunties that he saw in his society. So.
हाँ.
Gosh, we shot this film in the hottest month of the year. We were all melting, but none of that really mattered because we thoroughly enjoyed working on this film. It was a start to finish. I'm glad that it was a start to finish. And all of us just kept passionately doing what we were meant to.
अच्छा मैंने जब ट्रेलर देखा ना तो आई थॉट लाइक मुझे ऐसा लगा कि इट्स सो रिलेटेबल, जिस तरह के घर
Yes,
दिखाए गए प्रॉपर उसी तरह का माहौल की जिस सोसाइटी में हम रह रहे हैं, तो हमें लगेगा यस दैट्स माय स्टोरी एंड दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हाइल मेकिंग अ फिल्म. आई थिंक डायरेक्टर हैज टुक दैट पॉइंट इन माइंड, है ना? एंड
yes,
सो एज यू.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's actually the first thing I said. I mean, when you watch this film, you will relate to so much in the film. Everything is so real, right from the narrative, the story, to every character, you know. I'm sure all of us would have met some character like what you see in this film because I have. So, I also grew up in a middle class family. In my building, also people would come to the windows and see who's down there and put this mirror out and check out things. And all of that shit would happen, yeah. So when you watch the film, there are these really funny moments that actually happen in families. You know what I mean? So it's got like a comic element as well in all of the situations.
एब्सोल्युटली. बट आई पर्सनली बिलीव व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इक्वालिटी ना, तब तक इक्वालिटी नहीं आ सकता है हमारे सोसाइटी में जब तक हम इन सब मुद्दों पे बात नहीं करते, इन सब चीजों को सामने नहीं लाते, और जब तक हम खुद में बदलाव करने की कोशिश नहीं करते.
Absolutely, खुद में बदलाव आनी चाहिए. We have to first check our way of thinking. Only then the world will change around us.
And we should stop judging a woman, especially मुझे लगता है, a girl especially, if मतलब we should let her live the way she wants to, है ना?
Absolutely, yes. Like sometimes it really irritates me when I read these comments. I'm like, a woman can do anything in public. Somebody watching her, it doesn't matter what her story is, what she's going through in her life, what her intention is. People have made their decision, their story about her, and that is the person she is. Bas. That is what she's going through. I mean, seriously, get a life. It's ridiculous. Live and let live.
Absolutely. And what do you think, Shamita, is the best way to deal with these kind of comments that comes to your social media accounts?
I laugh. When I read it, I'm telling you, some of the comments actually are they're so mean. Oh, you're looking old now, get married.
Like
But
seriously?
am I taking money from you to run my home? Why are you telling me I should get married? Even if I am looking old. I am looking old because I'm obviously going to grow old. Which person? I'm not Benjamin Button growing ulta. So, you know what I'm saying, no? All one can do is laugh, because I just feel these are really frustrated people who have so much happening in their life that they are not expressing their anger and frustration in the right way in their life. तो ना आजकल इतने सारे सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म्स आए हैं, इतनी इतनी ऑप्शंस है to take out your frustration. It all comes out on these social platforms.
यस एब्सोल्युटली। अच्छा, ये अच्छी बात है। मुझे लगता है जो लोग हमारे शो को अभी इंटरव्यू को देख रहे हैं ना, तो और जो शमिता के लाइक सोशल मीडिया पे कमेंट्स करते हैं, स्पेशली नेगेटिव कमेंट्स, उनको ना ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि उनको जो भी लिखना है सोच समझ के लिखें, बिकॉज दिस इज अ डोज ऑफ लाफ्टर फॉर हर एंड फॉर एवरीवन आउट हियर। मुझे लगता है हम सबके लिए भी वी शुड ट्रीट दैट, है ना?
It's so stupid. It's so silly. I just think that, we really have to make an effort to spread a little more love. There's so much hate around. And that's the one thing I keep trying to, say on my social platforms as well. Because seriously, there's so much healing that needs to happen with the world. Stop coming to my page to spread your negativity. Because that's not something. And they don't understand. We can just block them. It's so simple. But I don't even do that. I let them be. And I'm like, stop. The end of the day, I am an independent woman who works, earns her living. I don't live off somebody else. And I'm not answerable to anyone for my decisions in my life. I live my life on my own terms. So I don't know why people think they have the right to comment on every small little thing.
Absolutely. They don't want to look into their life. They want to just judge other people or like comment in the other person's life. But one question I always would love to ask you, Shamita, how do you maintain this beautiful face and like beautiful figure always? What do you eat in a day?
Have you seen my mother?
Yeah, I've seen your mother. So answer is there.
Yes. And we're not like a patch on my mother. She's beautiful. Touch wood.
Gorgeous, yes.
Yeah. So, and also, I mean, come on, we make an effort. I work out. I eat proper khana, but I make sure I'm not eating junk all day. I take care of myself because that also is important for me.
So अभी चलते चलते at the end of the day हम जैसी लड़कियों के लिए जो रह रही हैं बंबई में सिंगल वुमन के तौर पे, उनको क्या कहना चाहेंगी शमिता?
आवाज उठाओ. Till you don't do that, there will be no change that will come along. When something wrong happens, raise your voice and make sure you make it known to everyone that it is wrong. That's what I would say. And that's the way I've lived my life.
Okay, so thank you so much, Shamita. और आवाज तो मुझे लगता है उठा दी गई है, but अभी प्रोटेस्ट निकालना बाकी है ना? And I think entertainment देखकर काफी
Please go watch the theaters. It's releasing on the 10th of Feb. Please go to the theaters and watch the film.
Okay, Shamita. It's wonderful talking to you always. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Take care.